How are we supposed to enjoy our lives when our lives feel like a roller coaster? 1 minute we're up, the next minute we're right back down. We're going in spirals, loop-de-loops, we're going all over the place. Everything's chaotic. How are we supposed to enjoy life? How you doing? I'm Jon Scharinger, and welcome to the season of becoming. Welcome to August, the second month in this season. And you might have guessed it, in the season of August, what we were going to do is ride the wave. Just like we're going to be talking about how life is like a roller coaster in this video. This whole month, we're going to ride the wave of our life. To understand the ups and downs. To make sure that we don't go too high. And then the crash coming back down is so fierce that we can't figure out how to get by. So in this video, what we're going to do and talk about is living our life like a roller coaster. We all love roller coasters. I know we do. I love them especially. The high, the adrenaline rush of just before you go crashing down, when you go up that incline and you hear the clicking of the cars going up and up, further and further, higher and higher. That anxiousness starts building in yourself. And then just when you reach that tippy top, boom, you start going down. You are flying down. I absolutely love the rush. But in life, we don't really like it when it's like that, though. We like more of an even keel, to know what to expect in the future, on the days to come. To know that we are not going to go so low that we might get depressed, anxious, increase our stress in our life. We don't want that. We want to be able to live our lives in a happy state. More joy-filled, content even. To know that the next day is going to be just as good, if not better, than the last. So with these constant up and downs, that right there in our life, the ups are joys, our happiness, our wins, our successes. Then we come crashing down. That's when the fear starts creeping in, the fear of the unknown. Or just fear in general. The anxiousness starts building like a snowball going down a hill, getting bigger and bigger, worse and worse, gaining momentum. So we want to combat that, right? We don't want to be so anxious in life. Some anxieties are good. Some fears are good. Some stresses are good. I've said it before in previous videos. Stress. Stress is like the pressure you put on coal to make a diamond. Without that stress, without that pressure on the coal, we would never have diamonds. And that's exactly who you are. You are a diamond, and what we're trying to do is give you just enough stress to make sure that that diamond shows and shines. That you shine. That you can create your best life possible, the best future possible. So when we're riding this roller coaster we call life, and we're going to the immense highs, and we come crashing down with the deep lows. We got to figure out how to balance that. And that's how life is. Life is all about balance. You don't want to go too high. Then the rest of the days are going to feel monotonous. They're going to feel not as exciting. You're going to start dreading those days because they don't reach the highest highs that you've had. So then you start seeking out drugs, alcohol, different distractions that can get you to those highs again. And you're going to keep seeking that stuff out until you find them. And then that cycle continues. When you're reaching those highs, all that is doing is bringing you down lower. So how can we balance this out? That we're not constantly reaching the highs. And then we don't come crashing down on the lows, where we start getting into a state of depression. We start viewing our lives as the hurt and pain that we're only supposed to be there for the moment to help us learn, to grow into something better. But instead of using that as a learning tool, using that as a growing method, we've reserved ourselves to thinking that that's how life's supposed to be. The loss of a loved one, getting fired from your job, losing your house, getting dumped by your boyfriend or girlfriend. Any of these losses, any of these negatives that we look at, they're not your life. They're not you. They do not define you. However, if we reserve ourselves to think that that's how life is, And if we get in these constant strings of defeats and losses and failures, we start thinking that's who we are. But that's not true. Every loss, every failure, every falling down that you experience, that's the universe testing you, giving you these obstacles, giving you these tests to help you pass life, to help you move on to something more, to be something greater than who you are. So then what we need to do is balance our lives. We're going to have losses. We're going to have failures. We're going to get defeated. But we can't reserve ourselves to thinking that's life. So we need to bring ourselves up. Just as we don't want to hit the highs so high that we can't hit them ever again, we don't want to hit those lows. So how can we balance those out? What are the tools and tricks out there that we can use to make sure that we have a good life, a happy life, a healthy life, that we enjoy waking up to, that we're not sitting there on Sunday night dreading the Monday to come, that we're going to enjoy Monday? So how do we do that? How do we deal with the constant fluctuations life throws at us? The very first thing that we need to do, is find out how it happened and why it happened. Whatever it was the win, the success, the high, figure out why, how did it happen? How did we get here? Yes, revel in it, enjoy it, celebrate it, but understand why you got there, how you got there. The same with any lows, any failures, any losses. What got you here? What brought you here? What decisions did you make, or did you allow others to make for you, that got you here? A little introspection to understand how you felt, how you're feeling. What was going on when you made those choices, whether it was the success or the failure? What feelings did you feel to get you there? So find out why, find out how. It's the first thing we need to do. The second thing we need to do, and this goes a lot with when you fall down and when you fail, is to show yourself some grace. Look at yourself in a mirror and be kind to yourself. Let yourself know, let you know that it's okay. It's all right to fail. It's actually a good thing. It helps us learn, if we look at it as a learning opportunity. But show yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself. We, all of us, myself included, treat everybody a little bit softer, everybody else a little bit kinder. We show other people grace, but when it comes back to ourselves, we're so much harder on ourselves. We're our biggest and worst critics. We don't give ourselves an ounce of leniency, and that's what we need to do here, especially when we fail and fall down. We need to be kind to ourselves. We need to be nice to ourselves. We need to say things to ourselves that makes us feel better. It might sound weird. It might feel weird and out of place because we're not used to it. But get yourself to that mirror. Look yourself in the eye and tell yourself some good things about you. Tell yourself that whatever happened, whether it was you lost your job, you lost a loved one, somebody broke your heart, you got evicted from your house, tell yourself it's going to be okay. You're going to bounce back from this. This is a learning opportunity. This is a way to grow, to be a better person. Not to build up walls and make sure it never happens to you ever again. That's not living. That's actually taking life away. That's taking everything else away. Enjoy life. Experience life in all its glory, in all its beauty, and in all its ugliness. So show yourself some grace. Another thing we can do is leave out the blame. That's right. Don't blame anybody. There's no need to. There's no reason to. Whether it was your decision that got you here, whether it was somebody else's decision, doesn't matter. Whether somebody crashed into your car, sent you to the hospital, burned down your house, stabbed you in the back, doesn't matter. There's no need to blame somebody. Shit happened. Let's move on. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, and we can use this one and use it as a teaching moment, especially when we fail. Pain is powerful. Say that again. Pain is powerful. It's a motivator. It's an inspirer. Because we don't want to feel that way ever again. We don't want to lose. We don't want to fail. We don't want to fall down. Pain is powerful. So let's use it. Use it as a teaching moment. So again, you lost that relationship. You lost your job. You lost a house. That hurts. I know. It hurts. You're probably reeling right now, if it just happened, trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do. How are you going to bounce back from this? And at the same time, thinking to yourself that you're a failure. You're not a failure. You just had a string of bad luck. Use it as a teaching moment. You can build yourself up. That when this does happen again, when you do get hurt, when you do lose someone again, it will happen, that you're better prepared for it. That the hurt won't last as long. And you might be able to give somebody else some comfort this next time. And my final one that I'm going to give to you on how to balance out this roller coaster of life. To make sure that you're not hitting too high of highs and too low of lows, but even it out. How can we do that? Last thing I'm going to give to you, find a mentor. Find a mentor, somebody that's gone through the pain that you're going through, or the successes that you're going through. Each of them have different emotions. Each of them have different points of views. Each of them will need a different mentor. The highs will make you feel like you're invincible, that you can't die, that you'll never fall down, you'll never fail. You're the king, you're the goat. Nobody can knock you down off of this hill, you're the king of the hill. That's how those highs make you feel. So find somebody who's hit those highs in the area that you hit them, whether it's a relationship, your career, love life. Somebody's been there. Find them. Find that mentor. And the same thing when you get those lowest of lows, when you feel depressed, when the anxiety seems like it's overwhelming you, the stress is built up so much that you don't know what to do, that there's maybe only one thought in your mind and it's one thought you should never have. Seek somebody out. Find a mentor that's been through it, that has gone through it and gone out on the other side. They're going to help steer you in a better direction. You don't have to go through any of this alone. Again, whether it's the highs or whether it's the lows, whether you're succeeding in life or whether you feel like you're failing in life, don't go through it alone. Go through it with somebody. Find a mentor. And while we're going through this roller coaster of life, you're undoubtedly going to find different goals you're going to want to accomplish. You're going to steer your life in a different direction. I highly encourage you to check out my Smash Your Goals video. It'll help you prioritize the things in your life so that you always feel like you're going forward. You always feel like you're achieving the best person you're going to be and creating the best future you're going to have. And be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can see every video that I'm going to be posting throughout the week to give you the tools, tips, and tricks to be able to create a better future for yourself. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.